Have you ever felt like you're just working to pay off debts? Like you're stuck on a treadmill, running faster and faster but getting nowhere? You're not alone. Millions of people are caught in what feels like a never-ending debt trap. But what if I told you that a lot of this has to do with your mindset? Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of debt. We'll explore why we fall into this trap and, most importantly, how we can climb out. So, what is this psychology of a debtor? Is it a real thing, like some kind of debtor syndrome? Are some of us just destined to be in debt forever? We've asked psychologists and legal experts these very questions, and their answers might surprise you. The way we think about debt is shaped by a mix of things: our personality, our financial situation, and our general attitude towards borrowing money. For some, debt brings on feelings of guilt and shame. It's a heavy secret they carry around. For others, it's just a temporary problem, a hurdle they're sure they can jump over. The truth is, the psychology behind it isn't as complicated as it sounds. A huge factor is how you got into debt in the first place. If it was due to something unexpected, like losing your job or a sudden illness, the stress and anxiety can be overwhelming. It's crucial in these moments to find healthy ways to cope, because if you don't, the mental toll can seriously damage your overall health. The stress of debt can literally make you sick. But why do we keep digging the hole deeper? Think about it. Some of us plan for big loans. We dream of that perfect car or our very own home, and we consciously take on debt to get there. Others are more impulsive. A shiny new gadget, a spontaneous vacation that feels good in the moment, but the bill always comes due. Right now, the most popular type of loan isn't for a house, it's for everyday consumer spending. Credit cards are a close second. Broadly speaking, there are two types of borrowers. The first group uses credit as a tool. They take out small loans, they have a clear plan to pay them back, and they don't take on new debt until the old one is gone. For them, credit is just convenient. The second group is the impulsive debtors. They're driven by short-term wants, they're not great at planning their finances, and they struggle to stick to a budget. They buy now and worry about paying later. This group is at high risk for what we call credit addiction. They get a new loan to pay off an old one, then another, and another, sinking deeper and deeper into the debt trap. Here's a fun fact: it's a common belief that women are the impulsive shoppers. But studies show the opposite is true. 21% of men admit to making spontaneous purchases, compared to only 7% of women. And a major player here is alcohol. Men are far more likely to make poor financial decisions when they've been drinking. Where does this all start? Well, psychologists often say, it all goes back to childhood. Let's talk about the sense of obligation. Think about the oldest child in a family. From a young age, they might be told they have to get good grades, be a role model, help around the house, and look after their younger siblings. They grow up with this constant feeling that they owe something to everyone. As an adult, this can unconsciously translate into taking on financial debts. They're just used to the feeling of being obligated. So, how do you know if you've developed a debtor mindset? There's a lot of negativity out there. People sometimes think debtors are just trying to cheat the system. But the reality is, most people don't get into debt on purpose. They make a mistake, they misjudge their ability to pay, or life throws them a curveball. And often, the lenders aren't exactly rushing to help. Some microfinance institutions don't even check your credit history before handing over cash. Even when people know that options like bankruptcy exist to wipe the slate clean, they hesitate. Why? Let's look at the 5 key signs of a debtor's psychology. First, you're used to working just to pay off loans. Your paycheck is gone before you even see it. Second, you're more focused on your debts than on how to increase your income. Third, you might lack some financial literacy, which leads to misusing credit. Fourth, you use debt to get a temporary boost in your quality of life, without thinking about the long-term consequences. And fifth, you try to handle it all by yourself. You don't ask for help, and you end up feeling completely trapped with no way out. If any of this sounds familiar, please know there is a way forward. Overcoming the psychological and financial challenges of debt is possible. Here are 10 practical tips to help you get started. First, and this is the most important one, do not hesitate to seek help. If your debt is causing you stress and anxiety, talk to a professional. A therapist can help you manage the emotional side, and a bankruptcy lawyer can give you a clear view of your financial options. Second, create a clear action plan. The idea of tackling all your debt at once is overwhelming. Break it down into small, manageable steps. A great first step could be scheduling a free consultation with a legal expert to understand your rights and options. Third, remember your goals. Even when things are tough, don't lose sight of your dreams. If your ultimate goal is to live a debt-free life, don't be afraid to explore every option, including bankruptcy. It's a legal tool designed to give people a fresh start. Fourth, ask for support. You don't have to go through this alone. Talk to your family, your partner, or trusted friends. Let them know what you're going through. Professional help is also a form of support. Fifth, take care of yourself. Financial stress is physically and mentally exhausting. Make sure you're eating well, getting some exercise, and making time for hobbies you enjoy. Sometimes, a hobby can even turn into a little side hustle for extra income. 6. Be patient with yourself. Getting out of debt doesn't happen overnight. Legal processes like bankruptcy can take 6 to 8 months. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Give yourself grace. 7th, start taking action now. Even the smallest step forward is still progress. A simple start is to stop taking on any new debt. No more new credit cards or small loans. They almost always make the problem worse, not better. 8th, apologize if you need to. If you feel guilty about how your debt has affected your loved ones, have an honest conversation. Apologize. You might be surprised by how understanding and supportive they are. 9th, focus on the positive. Even in the middle of financial hardship, there are good things in your life. Practice gratitude. Make a list of things you're thankful for, no matter how small. This simple act can shift your perspective from scarcity to abundance. And 10th, remember that this is a temporary state. The psychological weight of being a debtor can feel crushing, but it doesn't have to be your identity. With the right support from professionals, family, and friends, you can overcome these financial difficulties. You can return to a stable, fulfilling life where you are in control of your money, not the other way around. Your journey to financial freedom starts with a single step. It starts with changing your mindset and believing that a different future is possible. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please give it a like and subscribe for more content on taking back control of your financial life. You've got this.